What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Extra Point Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron,
I'm DJ.
I'm Michael.
and today we're going to get into some free agency predictions. DJ, since you said you had a lot to go over, why don't you get us started?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to start us out with a recap of where we're sitting at the moment. Current re-signs and franchise tags that have been announced. Javonte Williams to the Cowboys for 3 years, $24 million. How you feeling about that, Mike?
I mean, you solidify your running problem, right? It's the reason why he got re-signed. You're obviously one of the top backs to go in free agency, and I mean, but you saw how good the trio was when Lamb was there, Pickens and Williams. So for Dak, he's just licking his chops right now because he
Yeah.
got his boy back. You know they had chemistry.
Yeah. How much was
How
it?
you feel, Aaron? 3 years, $24 million.
24 mil total or 24 mil a year?
20.
Okay, then I really like it.
It's a solid deal.
Yeah, because I think Saquon is number one right now, or him or Henry, right? And they're making like 20 or 21 or something.
Yeah. I think Saquon got 16 to 18 mil a year.
So, yeah, for us to be hitting right around that 8 mil a year mark and to get the production, he had 1,400 yards. Wait, no, Pickens had 1,400. He had 1,200 yards. And we needed like a solid running back. Now we need like a bruiser because we have like a receiving running back that can kind of like do the yards after catch thing. And he's a really good check down option. But now we just need someone that can he's a good RB2 for like goal line situations.
Yeah, absolutely. That big body that can just plow through a defensive line, 100%. Next up is Kyle Pitts, lands on the franchise tag to the Falcons.
Okay.
How we feel?
Mike?
I mean, it's Kyle Pitts, right? I mean, this guy, when is that breakout year going to happen, right? When is he going to have his career year of just not just like showing up on the field, but the numbers, right? He's either had the injury bug, it's always been inconsistent play at quarterback. Like, who knows who's going to be under center for Atlanta next year, right? But I don't know if it was really the right move for Atlanta, honestly, because it's like your offense. Yes, you do have Drake London, you have arguably one of the best running backs, but it's like your quarterback situation. So like we look at Minnesota, right? Jay Jettas, he's only as good as the guy throwing on the ball. He can be. It doesn't matter how good his skills are. It just depends who's throwing him the ball. And I think for Kyle Pitts, I think honestly, if he's going to have a good year, if he's going to ever get that moment. Obviously, yes, it comes with his production as well. But I mean, like, dude, you got to have a solid guy throwing you the ball. You got to have chemistry. You know, you look at all the top tight ends in the league. Their quarterback, they have. You look at Laporta, him and Goff, they're set. You look at Kittle, him and Purdy, they're set. Even this last year with Drake May, with Henry, Hunter Henry this year. Like just the 2 years, they developed chemistry. And yes, like I said, the injury bug and a lot of production with Kyle Pitts. But I mean, you can't blame the guy. It feels like he has a new quarterback every couple of years. Like you can't grow that way, man.
I agree. I do think you mentioned something in there that I would love to point out, and it's just his lack of good quarterback throwing him the ball like steadily for a long period of time. The dude had Desmond Ritter. Just like come on, it's rough.
Hey, one time we were talking about Desmond Ritter in the top 15. So I mean,
I don't even. Is he still on the Raiders now? I digress.
I thought he went to the Saints.
I have no agree.
I think he went to the Saints.
I pulled up Kyle Pitts' stats real quick. He had 1,000 yards as a rookie, which is funny because he was pretty immediately. People were like, he's a bust, which is crazy because he was drafted high. Looks like I think he was injured this year, and then he had some not solid years of production. But he almost hit 1,000 this year, and he's playing all 17 games. I think he's a solid. What was the number for his contract? Sorry, so bad about listening.
It was the franchise tag, so it's
going
to be
tag.
Yeah, the average of the top 5. Is it the top 5 or top 7 players signed at that position?
So I think with the uptick in production and the relative healthiness of him, I think he's earned, and they invested a first round into this guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I think he's earned a franchise tag. I don't know about a contract. Okay. I will say, You're trying to see if this guy's going to be good for the future. You give him one more year to ball out. If he has another 900-yard season or 1,000-yard season, then I think you sign him, but maybe don't make him the highest paid. He's a solid tight end. I think any team would love to have him. I
Absolutely.
think weren't you looking to take him? Didn't you want him to replace Dalton Schultz, or did
That
I
was
dream that?
Njoku
Okay.
Joking.
from
Oh,
Cleveland.
that's right. That's right.
I mean, I would not entertain that idea. I mean, like you said, potential alone, the right quarterback. I mean, didn't he go to Ohio State, right? Pitts, or am I thinking someone else?
Bio right here.
About to say, because CJ would like
Florida.
to have a Florida. Never mind. About to say, because CJ would like to have another Ohio guy with him.
I will say about Pitts, I would have loved some other teams. Like, I liked him to Kansas City.
Mm.
And also, Atlanta could have traded him, gotten at least a third. I do think he would have gone for a third. I don't know if Kansas would have given them a third. But then they're picking middle of the pack, right? What's their draft position? It's like 16, 17 something.
Let me look.
I don't know exactly, but they could have their pick at Kenyon Sadiq is what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
the top prospect right now for tight ends. And I guess this is just where they
The
pick.
The Falcons don't have a first round pick this year.
Oh, they traded it. Right.
Yes, that's right.
They
That's the
traded it to
Rams
the
pick, ain't it?
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe they didn't think they would be able to get a Kenyon Sadiq, and so they said we
Yep.
got to make
Yeah.
something happen with Pitts.
Best guy available.
Okay, fair enough. I like the move. I think it's a smart move.
Imagine Kyle Pitts on the Cowboys.
Stop. They don't need him. They don't need him.
Fergie, I like my Fergie. I will say, get rid of Shoemaker, and if I had a 1-2 punch of Fergie and Pitts, dude, I mean,
I'm
I'm not
saying,
upset
that'd be
at
nice.
it, but yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or San Fran.
Well, at that point, Pitts is acting as your third wide receiver in that situation, so that would work out phenomenally.
I like Brevin Spanford. We'd probably have the best tight end room in the league.
Yeah, I think you would.
For sure.
I'm not surprised by the franchise tag, and I'm kind of sad about it. I wanted to see him somewhere else. I wanted to see if maybe he could get out and really become that first round pick that we expected him to be. I think Kyle Pitts could be a phenomenal player in the right situation and scheme. Outside of that, I think we get more of the same.
I think people conflate him being not so good in fantasy with not so good of a player.
Good.
Yeah, well,
You know?
and that's legit. I agree with that completely. But look at also what we were just looking at. He only had 1,000-yard receiving season and one that was close. Everything in there is kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
It's not
That's
terrible.
true.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to down 600 plus yards, but because I'm
You
sure
gotta-
they were pivotal in situations. But
Yeah.
You got to realize, I know he's more of a receiving back, but
yes, 100%.
receiving isn't the only thing that, they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But I don't see any stats here for blocking.
Yeah. Because like I said, of course, injuries play a part in that.
Yeah.
But there's there's a lot of guys that only one ball. You have Drake London. You have, Bijan Robinson. I mean, in the same sense, you gotta look at Bijan's numbers. Like, how would these guys look on a different offense themselves? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said receiving back, he's a freaking tight end.
Well, he's a receiving tight end more than he's a blocking tight end, 100%.
Yeah, same concept.
Okay. After that, the only other thing I've seen so far, which if it's just me messing this up, my bad. As of this recording, the Commanders signed Andrew Wiley, right tackle, 2 years, $7.5 million contract with the upside of 10.5. So there's incentives to get an extra, what is that, 2.5, 3 mil?
Okay. Commanders could
I
have
will
used
say-
a Kyle Pitts.
Commanders could have used a Kyle Pitts. You're
Yeah.
100% correct.
Zach Ertz is down.
I'll say the money makes sense. He was probably like the only bright spot on that offensive line that I saw this year. I thought their O-line was terrible until Larry Tunsil went there, and then he was okay, but I wasn't too impressed with him in Washington.
Good old linemen do not reach free agency.
No,
Plain and
they
simple.
don't.
You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
get rid
I'm
of them.
starting to really worry about Linderbaum because the Ravens are
Yeah.
really fighting to get him to stay.
And we'll talk. I have some thoughts on Linderbaum when we get there. But yeah, good old linemen don't reach free agency. You've got a young quarterback who's mobile. You need to keep good players in that room whenever you can. Good move by them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, no, yeah, hit the nail right on the head. I mean, just got enough experience. I mean, I know from previous how Tunsil is. So, I mean,
Yeah.
no hate on the guy. You know, I mean, you are who you are. You know what I mean? If he goes there, hopefully he can make Jane Daniels' life a little easier. You know, injuries. Dude, I don't know about y'all, but every time I would even watch a Commander game, it's like the kid was just running for his life.
Yeah. I remember that one at the end whenever he got injured. Dude, I was
Mm,
like scared for him, man. I was like,
yeah.
God. I'm not sure. Isn't Jaden Daniels a lefty?
Is he a lefty?
No. Okay, he's right-handed. I was about to say, for some reason I thought he was a lefty, and I was like, well, that's his weak side then, but it's his strong side.
It was probably his pre-draft picture that came out of how his arm looked that everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was wicked, dude. I didn't like that.
What are your thoughts?
All right.
Sir?
Him or me?
Oh no, you just gave your thoughts. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
On
What's
Jaden
next?
Daniels?
No, the free agency. It was what was his name from the Commanders?
Andrew Wiley.
Yeah,
Right.
like I
Tackle.
said, he's young. He's still developing. I don't really care how many times he puts on that little simulator. When you see a grown man running at you, you're gonna want to get protected. And it goes. You look at the teams who went far in the playoffs; they all have good offensive line.
Yeah.
Clearly, the only reason most teams made it was either because of defense or just luck of the draw, bad division. Every good team starts in the trenches. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Releases. These are new news player releases that I've caught.
Okay.
There are 3 here where it's just said that they're expected, so we're not official, but it's expected for them to go. Earlier today, Antonio Gibson was released by the Patriots.
Yeah. So they're committing to Henderson. Good choice.
Yep. Yeah, I think it is. I think Gibson played his part as a veteran in the locker room. Time to go see what other pastures have to offer.
They're committing to Stevenson too.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, I think that's still the right decision. Logan Wilson, how do we feel about that? Acquired at the deadline.
Yeah. Part of me is like, why are we letting anyone go on defense? I feel like you should add, because we had a big depth problem, not just talent problem, but a depth talent problem. But at the end of the day, we traded for him when we were like the 32nd defense, and we traded with him from a dude that was from the 31st defense, the Cincinnati Bengals. It didn't really make any sense at the time. Am I gonna miss him? No. In 3 years, someone's gonna be doing a trivia night, and it's gonna be an immaculate grid. It's literally gonna be a Bengal cowboy. And instead of Andy Dalton, I'm going to be like Logan Wilson. I'm going to get like 0.1%. So
that's hilarious.
I'm not too worried about it.
You guys only picked him up for a 7th this year. I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
It's such a throwaway. Like, it's not a Jonathan Mingo. We spent a 4th on that guy. Fuck.
I will say, just in perspective, I think the Cowboys are really feeling the lack of presence of what was his name?
Van Der Esch.
Van Der Esch, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. That boy was a beast and such a franchise player.
He had to like medically retire.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
So sad.
I think you guys are feeling the ghost of him so heavily. I haven't seen somebody in that linebacker core since he left that has really stepped up to those shoes that he left.
Yeah, to lose Van Der Esch. Sorry. Just to lose Van Der Esch and Micah in like a short period of time, and I know it's on the other side, but even Zach Martin, just to like, and Tyron Smith, to like lose all of them, it's
Zach
like
Martin was dog, bro.
Yeah, it's like there's gonna be a hole somewhere. There's just too many to fill at one point. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Trust me, as a Giants fan, we've been there for a long time. Any thoughts, Mike?
I mean, and Aaron might hate me, but like I think it starts with the Dak, man, like the contract. Like he can't negotiate, he can't help the team, and Like you look at Mahomes, what he just did. You look at when Brady, when he was here, they cost like, especially with I don't know if you remember when he was with Tampa, him, Antonio Brown, Gronk, and especially Mike Evans, they always like they would restructure every offseason, bring in
Yeah, but
guys.
Jerry
That's
doesn't
why they
like
went
to
on that
do
run.
that, right?
I think Dak
Jerry
did
doesn't like
restructure.
restructuring. Did he?
Yeah, I think Dak did restructure.
Okay. CD
Well,
needs to hit it. Sorry,
regardless,
Mike.
on that run, they brought in Leonard Fournette, brought Brett Gronk Gronkowski. They brought Njoku back. Like, dude, like they were loaded that year. Obviously,
Yeah.
Kansas City, they got smoked in the Super Bowl. But you're seeing these guys like, wait, if you're a Jags fan, you saw Fournette, like, hey, that's my dude. If you saw for uh Sue and you're a Lions fan, you're like, hey,
There's
and
my
it's like, who
guy.
are these guys? They were bringing in talent because the core of everyone else is willing. And I feel like I know we're on the Cowboys, but I feel like Kansas City's it depends if how bad Mahomes' injury was. If he's gonna sit the whole year, which I've seen possibilities him sitting the whole year,
He's missing a few
or at
games
least
for sure.
or him just missing it and them kind of just holding on, bringing in a Jameis, kind of just hold the ship together until then. But hey, I mean, dude, they have talent still on offense. They have Worthy, they have Rice. Hunt's still there. I don't know about the whole Gronk or not Gronk, Kelsey situation, but hey, them doing that shows they're not just gonna rebuild. They're still trying to go for it.
Okay. Speaking of the Chiefs, Mike Dana was released this week.
I'm not gonna front. I don't know who the fuck Mike Dana
Me
is.
neither. I was gonna try and make a fun on that one. I have
I
no
sit
idea.
here like, am I kind of bullshit or am I just gonna
Is he like
say it
a
outright?
coach or something?
No. Defensive end.
Well, then good on them. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
See, I know Chris Jones' name.
Sure.
And
Just saying.
Justin Reed, and that's it for me.
Yeah, Trey
didn't
McDuffie's
think-
back there.
Pull up his stats real quick. I didn't think
McDuffie.
Mike Dana was terrible, but he definitely wasn't like any kind of a bright spot there.
I'm a DA.
Dana. Mike Dana.
You can't just search a player? Okay, there we go.
I was gonna say something, but I would have got kicked off this live.
Come on. I literally clicked the button. All right, so he was with them for a little while. I'm not familiar with this player very much.
Wow, since 2020, huh?
Yep. A multiple-time Super Bowl champion right off the rip.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Right situation.
So, I mean,
21 career sacks, though. 21 and a half career sacks.
over 5 seasons. It's not too bad.
Great.
No, it's not. It's probably par for the course. I mean, he hasn't had a double-digit season yet.
6 forced fumbles. Only, okay.
1 interception. So, I was curious about stats. I didn't get a chance to look at them until,
Yeah.
obviously now. But not terrible. I don't think it was anything to write home about by any means. But serviceable, I would say.
My Logan Wilson argument, like, why couldn't you keep him as a depth piece, Because you're right, 21 and a half over your career, 5 years. You probably shouldn't be a starter, but as a you need rotating players. So
They probably
I
took
mean,
him younger too.
Yeah, I think he was all but rotational. So,
Oh, okay.
that's not.
Well, then that
Not
actually
bad.
helps his case, right? Because if he wasn't full time, looks like he only played 1 full season. 2, if
Yeah.
you want to count this one.
Yeah, I'll count that. All right,
Oh, and he was a 5th rounder. That's good production. 5 years, okay.
but we're happy with that.
Yeah.
So the 3 that are expected but not confirmed that I have written down: Kirk Cousins, expected to be released by Atlanta, finally let out and able to finish his career the way he wants to.
I hope that they don't invest into Michael Penix, but we're going to talk Kirko Chains. Do I got to say it? Minnesota, dude. Bring him back. Bring him back. He never should have left.
I've got somebody else for Minnesota.
If he is ring chasing, I guess you could say Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is interesting.
If
I
Rodgers
wouldn't hate
isn't
that.
staying, or
I got one for y'all. I don't know. I glitched. So I don't know if y'all said it or not.
let's
But
good.
we see you now. You're good.
Indy.
No,
I mean,
He said the Daniel Jones experiment is over.
no.
I think
They
they're just-
love Daniel Jones.
I think I don't know. I mean, he would obviously have automatically 2 losses against, getting smacked, folded like a lawn chair by Petrie coming off the edge. But
Could you imagine like a Daniil Hunter or Will Anderson Jr. or even a Cody Latimer just boom right into that poor old bastard? Who?
That's crazy. And this is his second knee injury.
Yeah.
He needs an O line though. He needs like a top
Will
O
Fries
line.
is there. Or no, Will Fries just left there, huh? He's in Minnesota.
That's what I was
They're
thinking.
supposed to lose
Minnesota.
another guard, I think.
I don't remember
Damn,
the
so
Colts being the best O line, but I guess if you had, pretty bad injury. I don't know how much of that's Daniel Jones though.
he's had an injury history. Don't get it twisted. He's had one. That was my biggest complaint with him after like at least once it came time to re-signing him. My whole thing was like, don't re-sign him. Look at the injury history. It's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is Jones is behind a horrible O line yet again.
What I think is, I mean, hey, I know it got them nowhere, but dude, hey, 7-1, man.
That's valid. Yeah, he did ball out those games.
Yeah, they were, depending on who they played and everything, but hey, I don't know.
Why'd we have to reach for him, dude? I know we're talking about Kirk, but
Why bring him up?
why did we have to take him at such a high position and put all the weight on this kid?
Ooh, an interesting one that's going to be real interesting the whole offseason. Miami. They're selling off pieces left and right. Who knows what they need?
That's actually a really good point to bring up. I, for one, was going to say real quick that I see Kirk going to Cleveland or Atlanta. Yeah, I'm saying they end up keeping him there.
Yeah. They should, let's be honest, they should. I don't believe in Penix.
No, Penix has an even worse injury history than the aforementioned quarterbacks we were talking about. He's got to go. Yeah. He's not going to work out.
Yeah, I say keep Cousins. I'm with you on that.
Well, how's the contract situation look with Cousins? That's the thing. That may be why they want to move off.
They release him and eat that contract. Just like the guy who's next on my list, Tua Tagovailoa. The Dolphins are fully expected to release him, and that's going to be it. Much like Kirk, they can't trade him. They can't really do anything except eat the money. Look at Deshaun Watson's contract. Look at Russ's contract with the Broncos. Same situations. They're stuck eating that no matter what happens.
I know what I want.
What do you want?
I want Tua and Kyler to swap teams. I want Tua in Arizona, and I want Kyler in Miami. I just think it'd be fun. I don't even just like see Miami and Jeff Hafley build an offense around Kyler. You get Kyler, you say, hey, this is who we are now. Like, let's try it West Coast style or East Coast style. And then Arizona says, hey, talented offense. We have a dude that's been proven to work in a good scheme, and we just got a Sean McVay disciple as our head coach, And so, I don't know. Yeah. I could just see him working. I would love a freaking... It doesn't have to be a trade. They're probably going to cut and then just swap teams. I would love that.
That's fully expected to happen, is they're both going to be just released.
On paper, you said the offense. Arizona looks intriguing. You got arguably one of the best tight ends. You have Michael Wilson. You have Harris in there. But as good as it looks on paper, I think what scares people away from Tua is the injury history. Like the dude, I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me. I don't know how many games he's missed, either for concussion or just. It's sad to say because I actually do like Tua. Outside of Miami, I think he's actually a really good quarterback. I just think yeah.
I like Tua a lot, but once you've had multiple concussions, you are injury prone. I think he's an extremely high upside backup. I think if you had him as your second, and if you had him as your second in order to compete with a younger quarterback, or because you have an injury prone quarterback yourself, there's nothing but upside.
Yeah.
That's the sentence right there to me. High upside backup. That's it.
I mean,
that's it for me.
I mean, I think it's time, right? At that point of his career, I hate to say had his moment per se, because I know Miami probably wasn't like the hottest attraction, but it's like, dude, I mean,
they landed some big names during to his time. I don't think that's a wrong take at all.
You don't lead the league in yards by accident,
dude. Who did they? Yards. They broke a record 70 points in a game.
Yeah, they destroyed the Broncos, the Russell Wilson, Sean Payton Broncos.
I mean, let's just look at the talent. You have Tyreek Hill. You bring in. You pay all that money. Jalen
He's gone.
Waddle's a solid number 2. They bring in
Yep.
Gesicki. Your running back is one of the best in the league.
Yep.
But it
Well,
changed.
Odell in the
Well,
twilight of his career.
That year they had Mostert and
Yeah, that's
A-Chain.
right.
Raheem Mostert, that's right.
And Mostert
So
was going crazy too.
I don't think it's fair to say that they definitely didn't bring in talent to support him. I think
Yeah.
they
Outside of
spent
O-line,
too
but yeah.
much to try.
That's true, yeah.
Anywhere else y'all could see Tua going?
I think any team that needs a backup, it's open. So I know that's very open-ended. Where would I like to for backup? Sorry, I'm dying. Where would I like to see Tua? I kind of wish he'd hang up the helmet, honestly. I'd rather see him save himself from any injury than go back out for glory.
Somewhere I could
Saints.
see if they don't resign him.
Saints. Give me the Saints. Sorry.
No, somewhere I don't know how their salary cap looks. I know they're probably one of the worst. It's Pittsburgh, depending on where Rodgers goes.
I'll check the salary real quick.
But yeah, Saints would be a big one too, because that's I don't know if Shock has that. Fun fact, I've seen him play in person.
Who? Tua?
Shock from he
Okay.
he was a Texas Tech Raider, Red Raider.
Oh, sick. Really?
So I've seen him play in person. He lit up the scoreboard when I saw him
And
play.
then he went to Louisville, right?
Steelers are projected to have 65.4 going into this offseason.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's solid.
What other
Okay.
releases do you have?
Slow Joe Mixon is expected to be released from the Texans.
We're waiting for this one.
I'll let you take it.
I think it's time, man. I mean, now if the guy wasn't coming off a whole year, so what I've heard was the dude had surgery outside the team's doctors and facilities. He went with his own personal doctor for an injury that he wants to keep disclosed from social media, and it's crazy. We have almost a year later, we still don't know what the real problem was. He's yet to come out and tell the fans or the organization to release him. They know, obviously, but they haven't come out and said anything of what happened. The report said is that he literally shot himself in the foot, like literally, not
the Plexico Burris?
like he shot himself in the foot.
No way.
That because in camp, just like when we first got him, he was always having ankle injuries all year, and we're like, same old Joe, gonna probably miss a game or two. It went to, hey, first 3 games, no Joe Mixon. To here we are, week 7, no Joe Mixon. To, hey, maybe be back for the playoffs. To week 12, Woody Marks and Nick Chubb, those are your guys you're gonna roll with. You can't sign nobody that's worth it. So yeah, I just think it's time, man. And considering, I don't know, I think I just sent it to DJ. I have to send it in the group chat. They are projecting that K9 will be heading our way from Seattle.
No,
Not
he's
happening.
not, buddy. I'm sorry.
They're saying we're one of the highest after cutting him and restructuring Stingley and Nico. That he's him and or Brees Hall could be coming.
I can see Brees Hall.
see. Yeah, I can see y'all trading. He's gonna catch a franchise tag. Let's be honest. Which he's on
Paul?
the list. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The Jets aren't letting him go without getting something for it. But I think the Texans should be the one giving him something for him. 100%.
Oh, for sure. Nick Casario is the same guy that traded for Mixon for a 7th-round pick. He got C.J. Gardner-Johnson for a 7th-round pick. He's got Stephon Diggs, but I think it was a 3rd, and made Buffalo eat most of that contract. He's made some moves. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't worked out on most of those guys. Injuries and stuff, schemes didn't work. But I think you go younger. We have Woody Marks. He's something we can invest in the future. But as for now, to win now, you go get the hot name. You go get if you can somehow you get Walker, dude. Can you imagine the pressure being off CJ? Just you go from heading off to what broken down Chubb. No offense, love the guy. To
Woody Marks.
Kenneth Walker, yeah, Woody Marks. And now Kenneth Walker or Brees Hall or you know what? Brees Hall's hurt. or not Brees Hall. Woody Marks is out the game except for not being able to throw it to him. Because we had, I don't know why, just the offensive scheme. We had Nick Chubb lining out outside next to Nico on plays. I know that's a scheme thing, but it's because we had no other receiving. CJ, he's in trouble. Hey, dump it off to Brees. Dump it off to Kenneth Walker. Like, dude, as an offense, as a quarterback, man, just to have that threat, I know that'll just you'll see a different CJ for sure if he could get a good running game going.
I've got a name for the Texans as well. If Brees Hall and Walker don't end up. What about Najee Harris? I mean, we know he had the injury going into this season, but
I think
I
it's
don't see a
because
reason why you don't pop a flyer for him.
I
Najee to
think it's
Dallas.
the money because
I
didn't
don't
the
hate that.
Chargers give him a lot of money?
I don't think so. I think they gave him either a 1 or 3 year deal.
Because I think we tried to get him before he went to the Chargers. I think we tried. That's why we ended up getting Chubb because he was the cheaper option.
1 year, 5.25.
Not too bad.
I saw somewhere earlier. Well, one, there were ties last offseason also to Dallas for Najee, and I remember really wanting him. And I saw somewhere where we could get him for like $3 million or something. Which, yeah, for an RB2 like him with high upside, yes, give me $3 million. I'll pay him happily. One of those infamous Jerry Jones 1 year prove it deals. Make it happen. Give him $4 million. I mean, come on.
I'll tell you one name I wouldn't mind entertaining if we don't land one of the big names running backs. Rashard White from Tampa.
That's not terrible. I
What
don't
about
hate that.
6'7"? What about 6'7" running it back? Did you ever see that meme? It was Rashad White and Bucky Irving. Their
I
jersey
didn't see
numbers.
that. That's funny though. I like that.
I know he got hurt and I know he's been injured, but hey, the dude, his yards after catch, dude, it's insane. Yeah, he can't always find a hole and be as explosive, but dude, it's just what I feel like we're needing because I feel like Woody's are down to down back. I feel like we're needing that unless we get a top guy. We need someone who can be more of like an exclusive back. We need that 1-2 punch. Hey, he can be Woody's hurt. We have someone who could take his spot. Just one guy's gonna go straight into the line, Nick Chubb every play, thinking he's prime in Cleveland.
There's one big name we're missing out on here.
Is it Pollard? Damn
Is it
it, that's what I
Rico?
was thinking.
David Montgomery.
You can't split up Sonic and Knuckles.
He wants
Come
out.
on.
Didn't he
David
want out?
Montgomery
Yeah,
wants to go. He wants
I
to be
didn't hear
a true wide receiver. He wants to be a true RB1.
No, he's too old for that, dude. Stay there and win a ring. Fuck.
Are they going to win a ring? They looked
Yes.
horrible last season.
You invest in that defense. They're contenders now. They're not the same old Lions. I think they're 2 years away from playing in the Super Bowl if they fucking really fucking buy into what Dan Campbell's doing. I swear to God.
Let me ask you, where would he go to
I
be
was
a
on
number
it,
one
but-
right now? Besides Houston, where would he go to be a number one right now?
Miami.
Los Angeles.
I mean, this.
Well, you said Miami.
But no, they have. You're right. They have A-Chain.
I'll tell you one.
Saints, yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah, Saints.
I don't hate that either.
But I think Saints should take Jeremiah Love, but that's a topic for a different day.
Save it for the
You don't
mock
think-
drafts.
Yeah.
If he gets, which I think he's going to get gone. You think he goes to Seattle?
Who? Jeremiah Love?
Montgomery.
Montgomery?
Dude, him and
You
Walker.
really just want them to release? No, he wants them to release Walker, so he goes to the Texans.
That's what I need.
Nah,
That'd be
nah,
awesome.
nah. They're keeping Walker. They love it. He just won the Super Bowl MVP for them. And why would they cut him?
That's true,
franchise
yeah.
tagged at the minimum. At the minimum.
Hey, thanks for being our Super Bowl MVP. Get out of here.
When's the last time that actually happened? Like someone
What?
was good for them.
Wait,
Running
what?
back Super Bowl MVP?
Like someone won the MVP for the Super Bowl and or was the league MVP for that team and they let them go. When's the last time that happened?
I promise
It
you
wasn't-
this isn't helping you get him to the Texans.
No. I'm just saying. That's what I'm
It
saying.
wasn't a player, but Jimmy Johnson comes to mind.
I don't think it happens. I think he stays, but I'm just saying a guy can dream.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I wouldn't want Rico, but they tagged him.
Wow. No Super Bowl MVP has been released or cut by their team in the immediate following season in the modern era. Never in history.
Wouldn't that be something?
Nice.
Okay, that's enough about Slow Joe Mixon, which
Slow
we
Joe.
weren't even talking about. Slow Joe Mixon. Jaquan Brisker safety for the Bears is expected to be released.
They kept the other guy, so I'm cool with that. What was it?
Yeah.
Not J.C. Horn. Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
Right.
And the Bears, they have. That's where he went with C.J. Gardner Johnson went over there. So
He said
Well,
he's
you know-
retiring within the next 4 years, by the way.
I saw a
I did see
streaming.
that. You know who
I mean,
I
could
think it's
use?
time.
I mean, can you
Brisker?
blame him though?
No, not at all.
What?
He won a
Got a
Super
bag.
Bowl with the Eagles.
Got a bag. I mean, he's like, what else? What else do I need? You know, Hall of Fame
Yeah.
maybe, but he's probably content with his life. Like, you know what? Is it worth it?
You know who could use Brisker? The
The
Dallas Cowboys. We could. I wouldn't be upset at it.
What about the Giants?
We don't need
Nah.
him. We're gonna get Caleb Downs. It's okay.
You probably will get fucking Caleb Downs.
We're not gonna get him, bro. He's gonna fall before. Damn it. Oh, I'm so stressed
You're-
off, bro.
You're number 5. I don't think he's going before. Who's taking him before you?
Dallas is gonna jump us, bro. I know it. I know it.
Who?
You Cowboys.
Raiders are keeping their pick. Jets, we don't have enough to trade with the Jets. We're not trading with the Jets. They are. We're giving them their
Who's
pick
at
back
3?
for
Arizona?
fucking Williams. 3 is
Arizona's at
Arizona.
3.
We do
Nope,
have a good
nope.
relationship with Arizona, but 3 is
Why
too
would they
high.
not trade? Why not? We were just talking about how
Well,
Downs is
Arizona-
jumping the draft board.
It would be smart for Arizona for sure. It would be smart for Arizona to flip that pick
To
It's
Dallas,
for
who
somebody
has the
that wants
picks for
Downs,
them.
But I don't know.
Dude,
It
I can.
seems too
It's,
high.
it
I don't see
it's
Jerry
too
doing it.
clear, bro. It's too clear to me. The same thing happened with the Eagles and Devontae Smith. Devontae was supposed to be a Giant.
I don't see Jerry doing it. I actually think Jerry
Why
might
not?
flip the 20th pick.
Ooh.
Yeah, to the 3rd pick.
No, that's crazy.
I don't know.
I would love
just,
it. I
makes
would
too
love
much
it. I don't see
sense
it.
to me, bro. It makes too
I
much
could see
sense.
like the fucking Bengals doing it. They're fucking. They need Downs and they're
Bengals
desperate.
would be sick.
I could see the
Bengals would
Bengals,
be
or
sick.
even no, the Chiefs wouldn't give up that capital. They're stingy too.
What about Green Bay?
They have
Right?
Xavier McKinney. They're good.
That's true.
Yeah, their defense is pretty solid. They need corner. They need corner bad.
Okay. On to the 3rd section I have here. It's big names and where I think they'd go.
Okay.
Starting off the list is Mike Evans. I'll start us off by saying he's either going to stay in Tampa Bay or the reports of the 49ers coming to get him are going to happen.
Those are the two that I like. I don't want to see him anywhere else. I don't even want to see him on the Niners. I hate the Niners. I would love if he stayed on Tampa because that was his thing last time. 2 years ago, he was like, if I stay here, I'm going to stay here. And so I would love to see him just sign with Tampa, finish his career, be one of those receivers. But Purdy with a solid, like, Mr. Consistency right next to him. Like, that's what they need bad is so. Now, I don't know if adding age to that roster is going to be awesome, right? But consistency to the roster would be amazing for Purdy.
Yeah, I agree.
And he could easily be their one.
I will say I can't see Mike Evans in anything but a Bucs jersey. And I think I said this when we first talked about. Can I get a top off on that, please? I talked about this when we first started talking about it. Is if he leaves, it will break my heart. Not even a Bucs fan like that. It will break my heart. The wifey broke out the goods, boys.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
What are your thoughts, Mike?
There's a team that's been needing a number 1, and it showed this year. I don't care how good Brandon Cooks is. You give Josh Allen, Mike Evans.
That's filthy.
You give him 1K Mike.
I think Buffalo needs to figure out their one situation long term, though. I wouldn't hate them getting some receiver help, but they need Jordan Tyson. Let's be honest.
Jordan Tyson, you think he'll drop all the way down to Buffalo?
Or Mekhi Lemon. I've seen Mekhi Lemon jumping above him.
Yeah, it's the injury history, man.
Yeah.
It has to be. That injury history is crazy, but we'll talk about that when we do draft. Anybody else have anything on Mike Evans?
No, I'm looking for wide receiver needy teams. Obviously, Chiefs were linked to him last time. Vegas is always going to come up anything wide receiver.
Anything at all.
Yeah, but their receiver room, dude, their one is Trey Tucker.
So bad.
It's Trey Tucker, Jack Besh, and Tyler Lockett. Fuck no.
They had something with Jacoby Myers, but Jacksonville said yoink.
Yeah. So yeah, they need freaking someone.
All right,
They'll take Denzel
moving on.
Boston. Anyways.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. Next up, I have Kyler Murray to the Jets.
Like I said, Miami would be fun.
I don't hate Miami. I like that as soon as you said that.
I feel like Kyler Murray is Diet Justin Fields or the other way around. They're the same quarterback to me.
Yeah. I think they tried the whole experiment with Fields, and they're just like,
I
That's a
just
good
don't like
point.
the
That's a very
Jets.
good point.
I don't know what it is about the Jets. They seem to make the worst decisions at all times. They shouldn't have let go of Robert Saleh. Now Robert
It's that
Saleh.
New York state of mind, baby.
what'd
I
they
don't
get for
even know.
Sauce?
For Sauce, they got what, 2 first-round picks, I think.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up.
Definitely at least one first because I know the Colts don't have a first this year. It goes to the Jets.
I'm pretty sure it was 2.
All that for Sauce to get coached by
Trade
Nico and can't come back.
for 2026, 2027, and wide receiver Adonai Mitchell.
That's right.
Mitchell's low key a dog. I'm surprised they let him go.
They let
He's
him
a
go
speedster.
because he dropped. They let him go because he
That
dropped
one
the
drop.
ball before he crossed.
Fair enough.
Gardner was then signed to, doesn't tell me how many years, but $120.4 million. Yeah, yep. It was a major win now move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
they
that's
don't-
7-1.
Yep. After that, I've got Justin Fields to Minnesota.
No, I don't see it.
I've actually seen Kyler to Minnesota. My favorite name for Minnesota right now is Cousins.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think they do it.
I also
I'd
think
like them
Minnesota
to, but I don't think they will.
Minnesota's a weird team where, honestly, cut Max Brosmer. Get rid of him, dude. He's
Yeah.
the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
That was really
Sorry,
bad.
Max, if you're watching this, dude. I just shoot.
You know what I thought about? Not
They
cut
need
you
to sign
off,
2 quarterbacks. Send them Fields and Cousins.
There's these guys used to watch. I do the Texans podcast, and there's previous Texan players that have gone and commented on their stuff and blocked them on Twitter and stuff. I ever wonder if like someone will come on here and just start bashing us. You don't know what it's like.
Yo, Rodgers in 40 years, like 3 years.
These
He's
guys
just,
are jokes. Y'all can't sniff my bank account.
dude, I'm here for Petty Rodgers in his retirement. Put him
That'd
in
be
the booth.
hilarious, dude.
What
do you got next?
All right. Brees Hall. I said he doesn't leave the Jets. I think they hold him in Guantanamo Bay and don't let him out.
He's already so unhappy, dude. Do you really want to piss him off more? Like, if you're starting over, if you're flipping
No.
pieces, I get you wanted to keep him, but shit, man. He doesn't want to be there. It's so clear.
Yeah, they're resetting everything. Most of his guys are gone. So, like I said, the only one left is Garrett Wilson at this point over there, which I wouldn't be surprised here soon, maybe in the next season, depending how it goes. But yeah, he's looking to get paid. He's looking to compete, and I feel like once you're in the league, after a while, I mean, I don't know, I never played, but there has to be like a desire to win. You see these teams coming in, and their record are what, 8-2, 9-1, you know. And here you are, bottom of the barrel. Yeah, New York. I mean, DJ can probably tell you, New York can only be New York for so long until you're like, dude, I want to win. Like you look around and you're like, man, you see all these running backs. You look at Kenneth Walker. You know, Brees Hall sitting somewhere thinking, man, I could do that if I'm better. He just needs the right place.
With that being said, like I said earlier, the Jets always make the absolute worst decision, so they will probably franchise tag him.
You know,
Yep.
That's
gotta
not the right
hold on to
decision for Brees.
something, right?
you know.
At the end of the day, like, what? Do we want them to sell off literally all of their best players? Like, literally every single one of them? You got to keep some
Ideally,
around.
yeah. No,
But
ideally,
do you really
yeah.
want to,
You've
like...
sucked for this long. You have sucked for this long.
Yeah.
You sell off everything and completely hit the restart button. If I could result them to literally a empty 54-man roster, I would.
I think Woody Johnson just needs to sell it to Gary Vee, and then we'll be good.
I think they need to move somewhere.
Please get out of MetLife. We've owned y'all in there for so long. It's time to go.
Imagine imagine a third Texas team. Austin,
Well, where?
or
San Antonio?
I mean,
Yeah.
Florida got 3. Why can't we have 3?
El Paso. Why not?
Waco.
Now we're spitting, baby.
You know what?
The
Let's just call it
The Waco Firestarters.
Waco Warriors or something.
Yeah.
The Waco Colt.
So
We,
good. Oh, that's so good.
what's that place near me?
There goes
The-
Armand.
The Bront Beavers.
Hey, the Bront Beavers, baby. The
They don't have any
Tylers.
Tyler.
The Tylers.
What if Oklahoma finally gets a team? That'd be fun.
I think they need to do something like these bad organizations. Like they need to like Cleveland. I get it, but like, dude, like
You know what's going to happen, right? They're going to get outsourced to across the seas. Is exactly what's going to happen.
speaking of which, I don't know if this is a topic. I can't believe that Chicago's moving.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Unreal, dude. Unreal.
Apparently, they're still keeping the name Chicago Bears. It's like you're not even in Chicago.
Are they
You're
really?
not even in
So
Illinois.
They're
You'd
pulling
be
to
in
Kansas
Indiana.
City.
No, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. That is such a historic franchise. To pull them out of Chicago makes no sense.
Fuck Soldier Field. They're just gonna tear it down.
Yeah, probably.
Rename it. Just like absolutely insane.
Yeah. So next up on the list is Deebo Samuel. I have him going to Buffalo.
Really?
Yes. Not necessarily to be their number one, but bring in a veteran to help the locker room.
I got Marquise Brown leaving Kansas City and him taking his spot
Ooh.
as that McCole Harmon replacement too.
I don't hate that. I don't even have Hollywood Brown on here, actually, and he's being mocked to the Giants quite a lot.
Or we could send him where receivers go to die, Baltimore.
Hey,
Which is a real possibility.
Didn't he already play in Baltimore?
No. He
No,
was
I'm
only
mistaken.
in the Niners. New coach over there, they don't do that no more. That's what my buddy was telling me. But he's a Ravens fan. We'll see. How about Cleveland?
That seems like a very fitting thing for him, quite frankly.
I actually
Deebo
like it.
Samuel and Jerry Jeudy.
A little bit of an experienced kind of like go-to check down for Shador.
Sure.
Is Shador the number one or is it Gabriel?
Gabriel started before him this season.
Yeah, but I think Shador won the job. I don't know.
I think he did, but it's not like, I mean, you won the job of getting your chest pushed into your spine, so.
Nice.
Who's gonna block them? Their entire O-line is going into free agency this year.
I saw that. Hey, they have 5 picks, 5 O-linemen. Just go for it.
There you go.
What if they did that? What if they literally went left to right? They're like,
That needs to be what the Texans do this year.
No, dude, I don't care if you don't get a running back, draft one later. Do what you can, pick one up. O-line. Speaking of which, I talked to DJ about this when I got off. There are reports that San Fran is not going to pay Trent Williams.
Yep.
They're going to they're not even going to entertain a trade. They're just going to straight up cut him.
They probably can't afford to trade him.
I would say give up all of our picks, get him and Lindenbaum, and let's rock, dude. Straight up.
Lindenbaum ain't going nowhere but New York. All right, keep your hands off my Pookie Bear.
He got his penthouse picked out already.
I'm modeling it for him. All right,
he's staying in Baltimore.
Stop, bro. We need help.
Good old lineman. You have to draft him. Good old lineman don't go on.
I'll trade for him.
You have to give up at least a second, a third.
I'll give up a third. A second's kind of pushing it. I'll give up 2/3.
You're gonna have to overpay for him.
2/3 done, and take Darius Slayton with him.
By the way, Shador is listed as the number one.
Nice, good. All right, so yeah, I like Deebo to Buffalo. I think that works, but I like Deebo to Cleveland a lot more. Next up is George Pickens.
Run these next few.
Yeah.
George Pickens is staying in Dallas.
Yeah, that's all but a done deal, I think. I don't think he goes anywhere, and if he does, it's Green Bay. I don't think it happens. After him, Rashid Shaheed. I also put the Bills down, but I could also see the Giants going and picking him up. I think he'd be a very good fit.
I think I know a good place for him to go, too. Tennessee.
Tennessee would be nice for him. I like that, too. I like that a lot.
Cam Ward, sling it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I will say
Go ahead.
Giants also.
After that, I've got Kenneth Walker. I think we're all pretty much in agreement realistically that Kenneth Walker stays in Seattle, right? Right, Mike?
Yeah.
We're good on that.
All I'm gonna say is, you never know. You
Sure,
never know.
sure. Well, so to make up for Kenneth Walker leaving, you had already mentioned this. Our next guy is Travis Etienne, and I have him listed to the Texans. I think
Really?
that is a big bang for the buck. I think Travis Etienne needs a change of scenery, and I think the Texans would be a really good spot for him to
Yeah, I
to
mean,
hit.
I would love that. Him and Woody would be awesome, but I think he goes to Kansas City.
Okay.
Or, I hate to say it, I feel like he goes to Indy because they need a good backup.
But JT, I don't think they're really worried about it. I think they should be, granted, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, that's the only reason because of his health.
Yeah. Anything on Travis Etienne?
Indy does need a solid 2, and if I don't know if ETN has earned a 1 role, and there are a few health concerns with JT, so I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
Next up is Trey Hendrickson. I think the same thing with Brees Hall. They will not let him leave. He is in Guantanamo Bay. He's not going anywhere.
I
Yeah,
hate
for
that
sure.
organization so much.
Me too.
Their ownership
I would
just
love.
is just one of the worst, like, all the time. They make bad decisions. If you're going to be in the same boat this year, why don't you just sign him last year? Now it's more expensive.
Yeah.
Now you have to pay more regardless if you tag him or sign him. I don't think he wants to be there. It's just a shit show. It's a dumpster fire.
I would love to see him. Well, I wouldn't love to see this, but I could see very clearly with a nice bow on the top of him being in Dallas. If you guys don't land a Crosby or something like that, Dallas is definitely the place for him.
He feels the most realistic name for us. You know?
Yeah,
But
that's a really good point.
we don't need someone on the line. Our line's solid. I'm always down for beefing it up, but it's not my main concern.
You could never have enough pass rushers.
No, you're right.
After that, we got Rick Woolen. He's not leaving Seattle.
Dallas, come on, bro. We need he's from the area. We need like a good. What does he play? Safety or corner? I think he's a safety. No, he's a corner.
He's a corner, I believe.
We
Let me
need
double
corner
check
help.
so we don't look stupid.
You're good. Reek and Bland. Fucking, you trade up for Caleb Downs. All of a sudden, our defense is way different.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't think Seattle's going to be able to keep everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, the big names are Walker and Woolen, and I think that's more than doable.
Woolen went to Arlington Heights. Bro, I wrote an essay to get into Arlington Heights, and I chose a different school. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's as hometown as it gets.
I mean, I hear you. I do. But they just won the Super Bowl, dude. He ain't going to bounce off that anytime soon. Right now, they are...
Super Bowl teams get picked apart in free agency.
That is true.
They have a surplus of good players, and you're going to have to rebuild. I agree with Mike. Someone's got to go. It might be Shaheed. I think Shaheed's gone, as much as I would love for them to keep him.
You boys make valid points. I still don't see him going anywhere. Last on my list, in a very quick scrambled big names list, David Njoku. I got him down for the Texans.
I would love the Texans. I like the 1-2 punch of Fannin Njoku up there in Cleveland, but I will say they kind of have a new young tight end coming in, whereas the Texans they have an aging tight end who is still really good, but you don't want to wait till it's a need to replace.
Right.
And so I do think having Schultz and Njoku, it gives you it's a tight end. It gives you a weapon and it beefs up the O-line at the same time. So if you need the blocking anyways, I would love it. Or Kansas City. Kansas City needs a tight end. Kelsey's on his way out too.
Yeah. I didn't even put Kelsey on here. I didn't get to it. What do we think about Kelsey? Where does he land?
Well, I was going to wait for Mike because it's his team we're talking
Mike.
about.
Yeah. You're not allowed to be passionate.
Where do I start Schultz, man? From the beginning, I was high on the guy, CJ's rookie year. Dude, he was killing it with CJ at the beginning of the year. And then he got what most people get when they start changing. He got his money. And from that point on, he hasn't been the Schultz that's explosive. I remember this is crazy. I say remember, and it was only like a year ago. And the guy was getting open. The guy was a perfect third down back for CJ. He went from averaging like 8 to 9 catches a game, good catches, clutch catches, to like maybe averaging 2. And if there was more, it didn't feel like it. I don't think he's the best at run blocking, and when he does, the dude got like breaks for feet. When you look at Njoku, the explosiveness alone, for his size to be able to run after catch after the run, dude, he's just explosive for his size. Do I think we get him? No. I think they stick with Schultz. I think he's the safe option. He's the cheap option. They're bigger needs, and Casera is going to look at the situation and say, "Well, we had this guy for another year. CJ's one of his main guys. He has chemistry with. I'm not going to rock the boat." A team I do see him going to that they're building off of is Carolina with Bryce Young, getting those receivers, getting that run game going. Out, oh my goodness, him with Bryce Young would be insane.
I love that actually. Just give some big bodiness. Like with Rico and Tet kind of jumping on motherfuckers. You get Njoku, another big body out there. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
Panthers have a new identity. They're a big team that can fucking just overpower you.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. With Derek Brown on that D line too. Shoot, man. Or yeah, he's on the Panthers.
Quick interjection. Did y'all see that Minnesota is taking calls, where'd it go, for Jonathan Hargrave?
I did not.
Interesting.
They don't
I
have
think that
they don't have Grenard anymore, or is that the Texans?
No, we traded Grenard to Minnesota
Oh, okay.
for Hunter.
That's right.
I think we won that trade, by the way.
But yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Danielle Hunter's such a monster, dude. He was, when his free agency was coming up, a lot of people were saying the Giants should go get him and not worry about a dual Carter at all. I said, you guys are fucking crazy, but valid.
I did have a quick take for the Texans because we were just talking about the Texans and your tight end room. So I looked it up. You have pick 28. I think Kenyon Sadiq falls to 28. I think y'all could take Kenyon Sadiq, a fucking Oregon tight end, like number 1 in the class by far, the only projected first round tight end. And I think he falls to the end, and I do think you could take him. Would you like
Honestly,
that?
But yeah, I would love it. I just don't see it happening.
Well, I can so see it happening.
The thing is, man, they're so like in love with this dude, bro. Like they love Dalton Schultz. They think he is the greatest tight end that touched our field since Owen Daniels. Yes, stat wise, he's close, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't, for the way he's projected and the way he talks about himself. First of all, he's salty about leaving Dallas. I think that's where if y'all would resign him, I feel like he'd be happy because he always somehow he could be talking about the game and how it went. He would be like, "Yeah, I can never have this in Dallas or whatever."
Yeah.
This guy is so bitter, but I think his production, he can't. He writes the checks that that his mouth can't always cash. That makes sense. He writes these checks and like he goes on the field and he can't cash them. And there are times, there are games. Don't get me wrong. He does good for like the first quarter or so, and then what bothers me is that he's non-existent, dude. He'll show up against a 7-10 team. He'll own them. He'll shove the players. He'll get in their face. He'll be the Schultz that we all know, like Houston loves. But the big moments, dude, he's not there. He's non-existent.
I still think he's a top 15 tight end though.
And that's what I think so too. But that's based off the games where he's destroying people. The games where we need him, it's like I don't know. On our team, that's why I feel like we paid Stingley, we paid Nico, I hope we pay Hunter this offseason. Well, not Hunter, Anderson, because he needs his money more than anyone. I hate to say more than CJ. Anderson needs his money, dude.
Yep,
Anderson. Besides Hunter and Aziz, I think he is the face of that defense, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Him and Pete.
Yeah, he embodies what D'Amico preaches, honestly.
I think Will Anderson is probably going to get a Defensive Player of the Year
I think
award
for him
at some point.
not to get it, it's just the reason it's hard is because there's players that play on defense that are names like Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Pat Surtain last year, and it's one of those things like if those guys weren't generational players, then I feel like we would have a different discussion. But I mean,
True.
It's Myles Garrett, dude. There ain't no feeling bad for it. It's Myles Garrett.
I will say
Ugh.
Anderson doesn't seem to have the flashiest stats,
Yeah.
but anybody who's watched the Texans game will tell you that man is all over the field.
Oh, absolutely. There was
It's
a
not the
game
same game.
when we played KC in a playoff game last year, dude. Worthy, with his speed, he came off a jet sweep. He grabs him one arm and brings him down, catches up to him, and makes that play. I don't think there's maybe a couple of defensive ends that can make that play.
Yeah. Yeah, he's easily top 5, top 6 for sure. In my mind. Any final thoughts on free agency? You got 2 minutes to go.
I mean, I think we're gonna see some blockbuster trades this year. I really do. I think this is going to be one of the most insane ones we've had yet. It's gonna be fucking electric.
Not a big receiving class. Not a lot of big name wide receivers out there. Nobody that really moves the needles, I think. The biggest one is Pickens, but none of us think he's going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
No, we're all realistic.
And so definitely some defensive names I'd love to see moved around, and we have a kind of a defensive class. I'm so what's it called, draft class. So I'm so curious to see what this next season's going to be like defensively. We might even see an uptick in offense with how many moves, because they're not such tight units. There's going to be mistakes being made schematically. Very excited for that.
I think a lot of the wide receiver movements coming from trades.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of DJ Moore to the Giants.
I saw that one earlier, yeah.
I don't want to give Thibodeau up for that. Not for DJ Moore. Wandale's a free agent. We didn't even talk about Wandale.
Wandale's one of the bigger names, too, which is crazy because I know you don't have a high opinion of him. I don't have a high opinion of him. So,
well,
for him to be one of the bigger names.
It's not that I don't have a high opinion of Wandale. He showed up and showed that he could be a number one if he absolutely had to. But he's a slot guy. He's short. There's only so much he can do. He's looking for $20 million a year, dude. I'm not paying you $20 million a year.
I think Wandale, just a really needy team like the Raiders.
Yeah.
Someone that needs a dude like him.
There's one guy that's going to get, that is projected to go to Buffalo or New England, A.J. Brown.
No, he's not going anywhere. He's an Eagle.
We were just talking about that. Yeah, we talked about that last week. I don't see it. I think
Devontae Smith becomes wide receiver 1, dude.
I think the Eagles should make a statement of hey, we don't want the drama. We're here to win games.
Well, we were just talking about that he's not the drama.
I don't know how much of it's the media and how much of it is A.J. Brown. I'm saying he does some. What did he do, the ice cream cone thing? Was that him?
No, that was Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, that was Ayuk. Okay. Ayuk, dude, retire, dude.
Gone, dude. That dude's so gone. I can't believe I wanted him in New York for a stint.
I wanted him in Dallas. And now I'm like, okay, dodge the bullet. Shit.
Yeah, facts. John Harbaugh has a chance to do the funniest shit.
I just been thinking about, look what was the team I was just thinking of? Look at the Cowboys, right? They had Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. And everyone thought it wasn't going to be, because I think CeeDee didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron, but CeeDee didn't have the hottest start. And they're like, they need Amari back. They need to bring someone in. And that's when they brought in Brandon Cooks. And they're like, this will help him. He's an established veteran. Obviously, CeeDee proved us wrong, right? And I feel the same thing's going to happen in Miami. Now that Tyreek's gone, I feel like Waddle's going to take the next step. And I feel like with Philly, I just see it, dude. I see Devontae Smith becoming wide receiver 1, dude. I see him lighting up the scoreboard. I see him becoming just this force to be reckoned with on the league, dude.
Which team?
Philly, I think they trade A.J. Brown, and I think Devontae Smith becomes wide receiver 1.
Isn't Jahan Dotson supposed to also be going? So
I don't know. But he'd be a speedster.
3.
That's true. But I don't know. I just think the dude, A.J. Brown, I don't think he wants to be in Philly, dude. I think his time's done.
I think just to piggyback off what he said, I think Jalen Waddle will be a Giant next season.
All right. We'll have to get into that next time. Next time, we're also going to be going over the Combine. Very excited. I'm probably going to watch day 1. I'm not going to lie. But we'll see. I'll try to pay a little bit more attention than I normally do. But that should be this Wednesday, I think it starts.
Yeah, it opened today, right?
Yeah, it opened today, but I think the first like actual workouts are on Wednesday.
So tomorrow.
I'll send that. Shoot. Okay, so I'll send that in the chat if there is. So keep an
I'll
eye
be
out for
home.
that. Yeah.
I'll be home, so I can look into it for sure.
Other than that, y'all ready to log off?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us tonight, Mike. We always love seeing you,
Yeah.
buddy.
No, appreciate you guys, man, for sure.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Follow us on YouTube, TikTok,
Insta,
Instagram, Facebook. We go
Spotify.
live. Yeah, we were a little late
Oh, yeah.
today for some personal reasons, but we're live Tuesdays at 9:30, and we are now on Apple and Spotify podcasts. So catch us wherever you get your podcasts.
Peace out, guys.
I'm working on iTunes. We'll see. See y'all next time.